Hi, everyone. I'm Kat Pengelly, also known as the Nerdy Hotelier. Welcome to episode 3 of the Future of Hospitality with the Nerdy Hotelier, where I aim to speak to hospitality industry professionals up and coming in their careers or fresh out of university. Today, I am delighted to welcome Emily Ruff, a festival and events management student at Solent University. Welcome, Emily. I'm delighted to have you here.
Hi, yeah, it's great to be here.
Awesome. Well, to get right into it then, can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Emily. I'm 20 years old. I'm currently doing a part-time work at a flagship pub in Portsmouth. I also study festival event management at Solent, and I will graduate in 2022.
Awesome. That sounds great. 2022. My goodness, it seems like so far away, but with how the last year went, it's probably just flown by, hasn't it?
Very much so.
Yeah, amazing. Well, can you tell me a little bit about why you decided to join the hospitality and events industry? Was there a specific moment that kind of brought you to it?
So I first was interested at about 14. I helped at a theatre. We did weddings and shows and birthdays and things like that. I then carried on at Portsmouth Schools Music Festival, where I became a committee member and I helped run their shows. And then mainly my big volunteering was after the National Citizen Service, where I raised just over £1,000 to go out and help in Morocco, and we helped an underprivileged orphanage there.
That's amazing. That must have been, a really powerful thing to be a part of, especially at such a young age.
Most definitely.
Yeah, amazing. Okay. Well, so now that you started immersing yourself in the industry through volunteering and for school, what do you love about the events industry? What makes you passionate about it?
For me, it's just being part of such a big family, and everyone is just so helpful to each other and creating memories for people come in. I love it when you hear a story and you're part of why they had a great experience. For the gig side, it's the escapism for me. It's feeling something different and knowing that that night is going to be brilliant, and the feeling of a successful event is great.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? I've done a few events in my day. I do consider myself an event professional, but I haven't actually hosted too many events. But it really is that really powerful feeling after an event finishes that, you kind of just feel like you're walking on air when it's successful, a big pat on the back, right?
Yeah, most definitely. The stress and all the worry and everything leading up to it, and then seeing the moment. And like the big thing for me is just standing back for 1 second and just looking around and seeing everything that's happening and just making sure you get that moment for yourself as well.
I think, I love that you said that because that is truly important. I feel like event managers sometimes, especially with the stress and the pressure that you just mentioned, you don't take the moment to really appreciate the event that you created. So I think that's really an important thing to always keep in mind. And I love that that's already in your head this early in the game. I hope, I hope that you stick with it because of course, things are going to get stressful and going to get pressured. And I think the escapism as well that you mentioned, especially in the world that we live in right now, all people want to do is escape and get out of here, get out of this COVID situation. So I completely agree that the escapism is a huge part of it, and it's really lovely to be able to create that for other people.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about yourself outside of the hospitality and events industry. What are you passionate about that makes you tick personally rather than professionally?
So for me, music is such a massive thing. I learned drums as a child. I learned guitar as a child. Growing up, my family is so into music and everything, and spending time with my family is also incredibly important for me as well.
That's awesome. And was it your family really that kind of got you into music, or was there a moment that kind of sparked that for you as well?
For me, my sister is like my biggest role model in the entire world, and she's also in the industry. And just seeing like the gigs that she put on, and she had a pub and everything, and working for her and seeing how well everything went was definitely like my biggest motivation.
That's awesome. I love that. And I love that, when you have family members in the industry as well, it really shows you how powerful the industry is and how you can really make a career, a fun career in the industry. Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, can you tell me one thing that you're looking forward to the most at the moment?
So from the 19th of April, I'm going to work with a cruise ship brand as part of a Solent International Week, and we're going to look at designing new themes and things for the cruise ship. I'm really looking forward to this because it will push me out of my comfort zone. Speaking publicly isn't my favorite thing, but obviously in the industry, I'm going to have to get better at it, and trying brand new experiences always excites me. It being an international thing, I'm really looking forward to meeting people from around the world as well. Well, not meeting because COVID, but seeing.
Yes, yeah, meeting virtually, right? Yeah. Oh, and I love that. And, you know, I think you're doing quite great at public speaking right now. Like, I know it's just you and me, but it's kind of the same type of situation, right? And I do think, you know, especially if public speaking is not something you're comfortable with, this kind of virtual world is a little bit of a blessing, because it kind of gives you the ability to work on that, but also from the comfort of your own home, which is kind of nice, rather than kind of putting you in a room full of people and telling you, okay, great, it's your turn to speak now.
Yeah, most definitely. Virtually is a lot easier to speak as well because things can be edited.
Yes, exactly. Okay, awesome. Well, what is one thing that you hope to be able to accomplish at some point throughout your entire career?
So for me, this has been an easy question since I was about 7, 8 years old. I want to put on a small music event for underprivileged kids. I want to put them on stage and show that life isn't just about school and tests and making a career or anything, but you can have fun and you can make friends. And there is this, again, escapism of an event and music. And it's very much what the Portsmouth Schools Music Festival does, which I've been a part of for 13 years. And for me growing up, it was just something I looked forward to. And I really want to be the person I wanted as a child.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a beautiful, beautiful goal to have. You know, I've asked that question to lots of people, and, you know, there's a lot of things that you can say where, you know, it's something that you want to do for yourself, you know, goals. But I think it's really beautiful, the fact that your goal is not only for yourself, but it's for others and for underprivileged kids, and, you know, something that you can do from your experience from your past. So that's amazing. I love that. And I'm happy it was an easy question.
It was very easy.
Good. So, are you looking for a role at the moment? And if so, what type of role and where?
So currently I am still my second year university. I will have 1 year after that, but then afterwards I am looking for a role at the Portsmouth Guildhall because that's where I grew up and where I did all my volunteering. I've done Rock Challenge there, I've done the schools festival there, I've done a student gig there. And to me, it's just such an important place. But due to COVID, we haven't really had that much work experience for uni. So any experience really would be grand.
Yeah, fantastic. And so it's really great that you're, you know, getting your experience with this cruise ship company, doing this, you know, global event and plan. That's really, I hope, going to help you. Are you open to, like, for the next year, obviously, because you're still at school, are you open to more like internship-y positions? Internship-y is not a word, sorry, but you know what I mean. Or, you know, part-time, or even just, you know, a one-off event where you can gain a little bit of experience. Is that something you'd be interested in as well?
Yeah, most definitely. Any experience would be great. I don't have a part of events that I want to work in. I just want to be at any event. The thrill just gives me so much excitement. We did a virtual event for uni 2 weeks ago for a Maggie's Cancer Trust. And just to get back into that was great. We only had maybe 2 months to organise it, so it wasn't a long-term thing. But even that one event thing just still makes you so happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love that you mentioned Maggie's. I don't actually know if you know this, but I volunteer with Maggie's on a regular basis. I was actually just there yesterday. I volunteer in their gardens over the summer. I've been volunteering looking after their gardens, because one thing that Maggie's is really passionate about is creating a beautiful, safe space for people to be in. So that's been my escape out of lockdown, is being able to go work in the gardens with Maggie's. So love that little connection there. Perfect. All right. Well, to wrap it up then, what's the best way for people to reach out to you?
I do have a LinkedIn account that I'm always trying to improve, which is Emily Ruff, or I do have an email, emily_ruff1@yahoo.co.uk, which Kat will put in the message above. I'd love to hear from any industry professionals or students in the same situation, or just anyone. I love a good chat, so it'd be great to hear from you.
Awesome. And networking, obviously, while you're in university is so important to help, get your name out there and just find different ways for you to learn more about the industry. So I'll definitely be pushing for people to at least reach out to you and say hello. And hopefully that will give you an opportunity as well to get more comfortable speaking, as you said, public. I know it's not public speaking, but speaking to strangers, which is going to be, a really big and important part of a future role in the events industry. Okay, great. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to cover that we might have missed?
No, just thank you for having me, and I hope to meet some new people.
Amazing. Well, fantastic. Thank you so much, Emily, for being here. It's been really nice talking to you and, hearing your story about why you're passionate about the hospitality and events industry and where you're looking to go. And I truly hope that one day down the line, I can see on LinkedIn that you're advertising your event for underprivileged kids. I'll be on the lookout for it. For anyone that's looking to do something similar to this, any students or any new hospitality professionals that are unsure of how to get their name out there to the industry, please do feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to do a little video like this with you and just give you another opportunity to share your passion for the industry with the world. So for now, thank you very much for listening, and see you next time.